Hello, my name is Jared Morris, and this is Settled Christianity, coming at you today with the 17th day of the Holiness Challenge. And the thought I want to share with you today is just a quick, simple one, but once again, very powerful in terms of holiness. And it comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 4, and it's the end of the first verse and the beginning of the second. It says, "We faint not, but we have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty." And it's just a really interesting verse, I feel. A really interesting phrase, the hidden things of dishonesty. And what I want to say today with holiness is that we have to get specific about our sin. And this was advice that has been given to me, and I see this throughout the Bible as well. If you look, you find that the people who came to God confessing, or when Jesus preached to the disciples, or when the prophets preached to the nations, they did not mince words in terms of sin. They said what the sin was. And it's so important when we mess up or when we're struggling with something to recognize that this is what this sin is. We're not just, it's not that we just slipped up and made a mistake. It's no, we sinned in this way, and we need to go to God when we do fail, and we have to be specific and say to God, this is how I messed up, this is the sin, this is the name that you have given this sin, and that's what I'm going to call it as. And kind of the point of this is that it helps. Obviously it makes us more honest to God, but it makes us more honest with ourselves as well. That as we get honest about the sins that we struggle with, we see it in more and more of a biblical light, and we are more and more able to deal with it biblically. That when we say, I am struggling with wrath, or I'm struggling with fornication, or I'm struggling with lust, and we don't mince words about it, we come to a point where we say to God, this is something I need help with. This is an honest sin. This is the struggle in my life. And, as we grow in holiness, we cut out more and more of these hidden things of dishonesty, as it says. We become more and more honest with God, more and more open to God. And as we become more open to God, we become more open to being worked by God. And we become more real. And I think I may have mentioned it on the channel before, but one of the major important things about telling the truth, one of the biblical reasons why we're commanded not to lie, is because lying basically takes the weight off of us for a little while. It makes it where we don't have to deal with that problem until later. But being honest with God and being honest with ourselves and saying, okay, this is how I messed up, it forces us to deal with that problem then and there. It makes it where there's no escape. We have to take responsibility, and we have to go to God and get it fixed. And this is so important in holiness. It's just having that open communication with God and being honest with yourself and being honest with God about knowing what you're struggling with. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I hope that you're staying with us. I hope you're sharing the videos. It would really help the channel out, and I want to help as many people as I can with it. And subscribe and like if you do enjoy the videos. It will really help the channel out as well. But anyways, come back tomorrow for the next day. I'm very excited. We're definitely in the final stretch of the challenge, so to say. But anyways, this has been Jared Morris with Settled Christianity, helping you continue in the faith.